Today I fucked up by jokingly entering a competition and winning. So my wife and I entered a competition at the local shopping center where you wrote down the kid's wish list to Santa and he writes back or some shit. My wife just wanted the letter back from Santa and jokingly wrote, remote control car, my 4-yo wants one. And, ice cubes, my 1-yo's current favorite thing, and that's it. Neither of us realized you could win what you wrote down on the list if your name was randomly drawn out. Anyway, the kid's entry was the one that got drawn and so we won a $20 toy car and some ice cubes. It's a huge shopping center and we literally could have written anything within reason. I think I'm going to fill my clothes with rocks and slowly walk into the ocean. Too long did not read. We entered a competition with a joke answer and won basically nothing instead of expensive prizes we couldn't otherwise afford. You probably won because of that reason. People asking for $1,000 presents will have just been binned. Look at the situation as a glass half full thing. You almost certainly won because your list was going to cost $20. If you think that you could have jotted down an Aston Martin and a zebra and still have won randomly, I have a bridge to sell you. If they wanted to give out expensive prizes they could have. RC cars can cost $2,000 plus for the top models, so the fact that they binned you off with a $20 one lends a lot of credence to the "you won because it was cheap" theory. Give a toddler an ice cube and you entertain him for 15 minutes. Give a toddler an ice cube tray, and you entertain him for a lifetime. Maybe they didn't pick your names randomly but picked because you asked for some super cheap stuff eyes. I assume OP regularly falls for, click the link to win an iPhone, scams as well. OT. You won the car because they had one ready. If you asked for a Lego Star Wars spaceship, $500, you'd get skipped. Today I fucked up by hitting a car thinking that was a robbery. Early this month I was getting back home from my girlfriend's house, when I stopped at a traffic light, right ahead my dad's car. There's a guy with half his body and an arm inside the car, in my immense window. I thought that was a robbery and hit the guy with the car. It turned out the guy was the husband of the pregnant woman driving the car. Police was called and everything and obviously I was at fault. We exchanged contacts and I contacted my insurance. I was honest with the insurance worker. I learned that's is no good to lie in those insurance things. After 20 days, the insurance declined the claim because I purposely hit the guy. Now I'm stuck with a $5,000 USD debt for the repairs on the guy's car, motorcycle and my dad's car with a job that's paying me about $1,000 a month, while paying for my apartment and my college loan. F my life. TLR. I hit a guy thinking that was a robbery, now I have a $5,000 debt. Edit. Just to clarify, this happened at 11:30 p.m. on one of the most violent parts of Brazil, still that's no excuse. This is the first major today I fucked up we've had in a while. So a win there, OP. You thought you saw someone robbing a car so you hit them with your car? Like drove into them? Are you insane? This sub called, Today I Fucked Up. Guy fucks up. People in the comments. Surprised Pikachu face. I'm more worried about the dude who got hit. Whatever his injuries, being hit by a vehicle is no small thing. I bet if you talk to him in 5 years, he'd jump at an opportunity to rid himself of the lasting trauma for $5,000. And I'm upset that you're more worried about your financial distress from this situation than you were at hurting an innocent person because you wanted to cosplay a hero. I hope you didn't hurt the guy too much. Did you smash him between 2 vehicles? Did he hit his head? This is life-changing for him. $5,000 is nothing compared to perpetual pain. This story is very confusing for how short it is. Did you hit the guy's motorcycle, or the guy's car? Also, if you thought it was a robbery, why did you stick around after hitting the guy, motorcycle, car? Imagine being pregnant and watching your husband get hit by a car. $5,000 for the motorcycle is the least of your worries. You committed an assault, you could go to jail, assuming they don't sue first. Today I fucked up by leaving my work teams open. I work from home, and my wife goes all days to an office. Today she came back and had an awful headache. She went to bed early. A lady from work started sending me chats about some work-related problems. She is a funny lady, but I admit sometimes it makes me feel awkward by sending hearts and adding the kiss icon on my replies when I do the work she assigned to me. She was the last person I've talked yesterday on the Teams app. My wife came to my office to tell me about how hungry she was and that she was feeling better, and she saw all the heart icons and kisses on my messages and she went to bed again. I was clueless until I saw my screen and I understood how that chat looks like for anyone out of context. I went to our bedroom and tried to talk to her, but she told me to return to chat and send kisses and hearts. Man, I told her to come with me and see the chat with this lady. I think she's like this with almost everyone on the company, but she refused. After a little while of waiting I told her that when she can see the chat or all my chats anytime she wants, but she's so mad and I'm afraid of whatever is going on her head right now. Too long did not read. Wife saw my chat completely out of context, even I admit it seems really weird. To be fair, I send hearts in messages and heart reactions when someone goes above and beyond, etc. Am male mid to senior management. Recipients are both below and above me. Nobody has ever said anything. Kisses are weird though, emo. I use hearts all the time. No kisses though, that's kinda weird. Early 30s male, I'll send hearts as a reaction to anybody if it's worth a more emphatic acknowledgement than a thumbs up. Doesn't matter to who. I've hit my boss with gifts several times and she sends one back. Kinda freaked me out with the, some men just want to watch the world burn, though. We use hearts at my job but definitely not kissy faces. My workplace also uses hearts with management or coworkers in chats. It means, love this, not love you. I didn't decide it. It is just what everyone does. Yeah, those emojis should never be used with a coworker. Today I fucked up by drinking over 4x the amount of alcohol I thought I was mixing. Hello my wonderful community, never thought I'd post here. I, 24M, rarely drink, if ever. This is an important detail that will come up later. I also weigh 115 pounds and am probably a lightweight. I also have NAFLD, so I'm usually very aware and careful around alcohol. A few weeks ago, I found a cranberry martini recipe online that I thought looked cool, so I decided to try it out and spoil myself for the holidays. Went all the way, buying a cocktail shaker, really cute glasses, and everything. A week ago, I went into the liquor store. I'm not sure if all liquor stores always appear sketchy but have the nicest people, maybe it's just my towns, and one of the staff helped me grab some vodka, raspberry liqueur, and sparkling wine. I had thought about making it later that night, a Wednesday, and we'll just say thank God I didn't do that in the middle of a work week. Flash forward to last night, a day that will forever live in infamy. I decided to queue up a very popular murder mystery movie from 2019, and halfway through decided to make my martini. Now I'm not an idiot. I ate food beforehand, drank a ton of water, and everything. Sorry, let me correct that statement. I'm not an idiot, yet. That's about to all change. In the process of looking at the recipe card for the drink, I failed to read into how many it serves and was just dialed in on the specific Oz measurements for each part. Additionally, here is the big mistake. I couldn't remember how many Oz a shot was. I've only ever done one shot of vodka, and felt awful for the next 2 hours. Instead of looking this important detail up online, I thought long and hard and immediately, 5, came into my head. Except it was preceded by a 1 and a decimal point. I very stupidly assumed a shot was 5 ounces instead of 1.5 ounces, and proceeded with the recipe card's measurements. 6 ounces of vodka, 2 ounces of liqueur, 6 ounces of cranberry juice, and 4 ounces of sparkling wine. In my head, this worked out to like 1.5 shots total. As of writing this, I don't even know how much or little the sparkling wine comes into play, when in reality I had just made over 4 shots worth of martini. Another warning that I may have made a mistake was that it filled up most of the cocktail shaker, and that cocktail shaker lasted through 4 glasses. I did consider this, but also have many friends in my life who will get placebo drunk, so I quickly ruled it out. There's no way I poured multiple drinks, the recipe card has the same portions, I thought, again forgetting to look at how many servings it made. I got about 3.5 glasses in about 30 minutes too, which is really bad given the quantity, when I realized I was starting to have issues sitting in my chair watching the movie. At this point I then looked up, how many Oz are in a shot, and realized the grievous error in judgment as I was greeted with a 1.5, hey, at least I got the 5 part right. The movie had reached its climax, where the inspector is going into the methods, motives of the killer, and I was now incredibly drunk. I did start drinking water at this point, stumbling, falling into walls on my way to the fridge and back, but it didn't really help. I don't even remember the ending of the movie. I have thrown up 3 times this morning. Damn my hubris. Too long did not read. I, a notorious lightweight, mistakenly thought a shot of vodka was 5 ounces and not 1.5 ounces, and proceeded to drink 4x more than I thought. Stupid, stupid, stupid. Edit. Since I have been accused of lying about this whole ordeal, here is an Imager album showing a glassful from last night and proof from today. You saw 18 ounces of fluid in a shaker. You don't shake sparkling beverages, by the way, and thought it was 1 shot when you're having a martini? Then you downed 3 shots, or full martinis, in 30 minutes while apparently not being vaporized by the alcohol in the drinks as someone who very rarely drinks. Dude, make this make sense. Why did you so cryptically refer to the movie? Just say the name, what the fuck? This is so confusing. You poured out, I'm assuming, an accurate 6 ounces of vodka, looked at that volume of liquid and thought, yeah, that looks like a little more than a shot, when in reality it's more like 4 shots worth. Like, you saw the sheer volume of the finished product and still assumed there was only 1.5 shots of liquor in there, when the mixer is less than half the volume? I just do not understand how you didn't clue into that. Were you already drunk before you started? You know how much liquid will fit into a shot glass, right? Whoops, whoopsie. I mean, have you never even seen a shot of alcohol in your life? How are you chugging a literal full cup thinking to yourself, I'll get through this shot no problem? My dude, if you don't drink, what are you doing going straight to martinis? They're straight alcohol. The 3 ingredients you put in were all alcohol. Even following the recipe you'd be fucked up. I'm surprised you didn't have to go to the hospital. Also, you should stick to 1 drink an hour, rather, 1 serving of alcohol an hour. Which is 1.5 ounces of liquor, like vodka, or 12 ounces 5% beer, or 5 ounces wine. Not including the fact that your drink also according to the recipe has liqueur and champagne, and is more than 1.5 ounces in total. A martini is usually 4 ounces in total. Please be careful, and maybe avoid martinis, or have a friend who knows what they're doing come help next time. Source: bartender for 10 years, state certified alcohol license.